What is up YouTube, GForGreezy here, bringing you my first official video for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. What I'm going to be basically talking about today is pretty much an overview of the game and how it feels to me and how I like it and just my overall thoughts on it. And I'm going to be doing it while playing an actual match of Nuketown 24/7. So let me load that up while I get this intro started. And like I said, this is going to be just a quick, not a quick, but just an overall synopsis of what I think of the game and how I feel about it. Different things that are in the game and my overall rating of Call of Duty Cold War and maybe compared to some of the previous Call of Duties. So let's get right into the game. Alright, so I'm going to be rocking the AK-47. It's probably one of my favorite guns in this game to start off. I know I haven't used all the guns yet because I'm kind of AR heavy in this game, but I'm going to try to be more versatile with all the different categories of the weapons, especially the snipers, considering the snipers are, I don't want to use the word overpowered because I think that word is tossed around very loosely, but the snipers are very strong in this game. So I guess we'll start with that aspect of the game in terms of the gunplay and how the guns work in this game. I think Cold War did a really good job of making the guns kind of balanced. I know that's an unpopular opinion because a lot of people complain about the recoil in this game and how certain guns are overpowered. And while I do think certain guns definitely do need like a tweaking, like the AUG for sure, M16, I know they've put out a patch already for those guns, I think, but I still think they're definitely more of the overpowered guns in this game. But damn, I tried to get the 3-piece. But for me personally, overall, I think the gunplay is very like incredible in this game. Like I really do love it. What I would say about this game is, I'd say this game is like it's like the cleaned up version of Call of Duty Black Ops 1. Kind of like how Modern Warfare was like the modern or the 2020 version of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. I think this is like the updated version of Call of Duty Black Ops 1, in my opinion. I could be totally off with that take, but that's kind of what I feel like. That's the kind of feeling I get from this game. So overall, I think the gunplay is good. Certain guns definitely do need to get tweaked a little bit. Sniping, I don't want to say that it's overpowered, but it feels like that. It's just, I think that's the case because we as Call of Duty players have gotten to a point where we just like to complain when things are in a state where we can't handle, so we just say, oh, something's broken or something's overpowered. But honestly, if you go back to like Modern Warfare 2 even, and you look at the intervention, that gun was killing people in one shot in a lot of hitbox areas. Like if you got shot in the arm is one shot, sometimes if you got shot in the leg is one shot. And that was that's when sleight of hand pro was a thing and you could aim down sight faster. So snipers were really running rampant with no punishment in terms of slower ADS speeds or running slower because they're holding a sniper or whatever the case is. So I just got sniped too, which is convenient. So I think people need to like ease up on the criticism of snipers, myself included, because like I said, I do think they are very tough to deal with, but I don't think they're broken in a sense. I think that word broken and overpowered get thrown around a little bit too loosely in this game. But I think that's something that we need to clean up as players in the Call of Duty community. Okay, I need to stop going to that side because I'm getting completely beamed. But from that point, let's move on to the layout of the game. One thing I was disappointed about Cold War is that they pretty much copied and pasted the layout in terms of like the menus and everything. They pretty much copied and pasted it from Modern Warfare, and like to me that seems lazy in a sense, because you had a whole like year to create something new, and instead of doing that, you kind of just went with the same layout that was in the previous Call of Duty. Now, with that being said, I do like the layout of Modern Warfare and this game because it's kind of seamless and it's kind of everything is where you need it to be. It's not hard to find things. The only thing I have trouble finding, honestly, is inviting people. But I think that's just my like nice double kill. I think that's just my like idiocy and me not being able to navigate well through certain maps, or not maps, certain menus. But overall, I think the menus are kind of seamless and they're straight to the point, and everything just fits on the screen, and it's nice. Like, you know, I don't have complaints about it other than the fact that they were kind of lazy in terms of carrying the old menu from the last game to this game. Now we'll talk about movement in this game. I think the movement is I can't complain about the overall like gameplay of this game because I think the movement is nice. It's fast paced. It's not like a lot of people complain about jetpacks, so this game is definitely boots on the ground. Don't gotta worry about 3-story gunfights and all that. Yeah, I like the movement. Sliding is definitely tough to deal with in this game because someone will slide halfway across the screen and it's kind of hard to track them. But I don't think it's broken or anything in the sense. I don't think the movement is clunky at all. I think it's definitely an adjustment from Modern Warfare to this game, but it's a whole different game. So it would obviously be an adjustment gap that you'd have to overcome. So I think the movement is pretty spot on. And we got a camper. He probably doesn't like the movement, which is why he's sitting in one spot. One thing it's really tough to do that I will say as I'm making this video is it's really tough to play while recording. So I guess that's why people usually record a gameplay and then like talk over it. But I want to bring something unique to the game, you know? Maybe if like I'm getting beamed right now, don't get me wrong. I'm what, 15 and 12? Maybe eventually like I'll get better at doing that and I'll be able to slay out while talking about whatever topic I'm talking about. What I do want to also note is that I am playing on keyboard and mouse, and I haven't played keyboard and mouse ever in my life, and this is my first month in of playing keyboard and mouse. So that definitely adds like a skill gap to this game for myself. But that's something that I'll make in another video, talking about my transition from playing controller all my life to being a keyboard and mouse player now. I think there are definitely there's a lot of upside to playing with keyboard and mouse. But back to Call of Duty. One more thing I want to talk about is maps. Now maps. Oh, he had armor. That's why. Maps are. Again, that one is tough because a lot of people will say these maps are completely garbage. I've heard a lot of negative criticism about the maps, how they are. One thing that I will definitely say about the maps is they didn't add a lot of maps. I think there's like 6 or at most 7 playable multiplayer maps. And for a game that had a lot of time to develop and all that stuff, 6 or 7 playable online maps is just not gonna cut it. So I think they kind of dropped the ball there, but I think at the same time with this new era of being able to drop downloadable content and all that stuff, let's see if we can get this one really quickly, then I'll get back to my point. We're almost 96, 97. Can't choke for my team. My teammates are dying though. I just got sniped for the loss. That's incredible. Well, I tell my team not to choke, I'm the one that gets sniped. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I think they could have did a way better job with releasing more content for us to play so that the game doesn't get stale. But at the same time, like I was saying, with this new era of being able to drop downloadable content and microtransactions and all that, I'm sure they'll have something in store for us with new maps, new modes, and XYZ. So I'm not really worried about that. People are complaining about the designs of this map. The one map that I will say is completely not unplayable for me, but it's just one that I will gladly skip every time is, I think it's Cartel, the one with the bushes everywhere. I'll probably put a picture of it so you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but in case you don't, I will put a picture up of it. And yeah, so overall, I think the maps, I think we just gotta stop complaining about a lot of stuff in this game. But I will make a video, like I said, about the Call of Duty community. But yeah, what else did I want to talk about? Zombies. I'm not like the biggest. I mean, I used to play a lot of zombies. I played every zombies from the original one in World at War to the last one, which was Black Ops 4. And what I will say is zombies feels really good. It does feel really good. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. My only thing is, what is my only thing? I don't really have any complaints about zombies. I enjoy zombies a lot. So let me just not go there. I don't play it as much right now because I'm really focused on multiplayer and grinding the multiplayer camos and just getting my skill better in terms of shooting with the mouse and keyboard. Like I said, I'm recently transitioned to that. So I will leave, not that I will leave zombies, but I will gladly keep that to the side for now while I focus on the multiplayer aspect of this game. But I will say zombies is a very strong mode, and it has a lot of upside. I've seen people do some of the Easter eggs and stuff, and I think they did a great job with that. But yeah, that's kind of all the topics that I wanted to cover in terms of the actual like gameplay of this game. I think there's a lot of different other topics to be talked about in regards to the overall got sniped. The overall overview of this game. Like I said, I'm gonna make a separate video for these topics, but some things I want to talk about is the Call of Duty community as a whole. Like, there's a lot of complaining coming from a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons, and everybody has the right to voice their opinion. I 100% support people saying what they feel, and as long as there's a justification for what they say, and they're not just saying, oh, the game's trash. Why is it trash? It's just trash, you know? Like, I don't like that kind of conversation, but if people can give an accurate, or at least like a well thought out criticism of what they don't like about this game, then I think everybody's welcome to say what they do and don't like about this game. But I think at the same time with saying that, I don't think that's what's going on. I think the Call of Duty community is very picky and very entitled, and we complain a lot even when we get the things that we complain for. Like, we'll complain about 3-lane maps, and then we'll get a 3-lane map and we'll say that map is garbage, even though it's a 3-lane map. We'll say we want open maps, and then we get open maps and we'll say the maps are garbage, you know? I just think we're very confused with what we want, and we just complain. Like, it's just natural to complain. Like, a lot of times, even for myself, I'm not exempt from this criticism. Even for myself, like, whenever I die, my first like reaction is, this game's so fucking bad. And you know, I don't mean to say that, but it's just like something that I've just gotten accustomed to saying, so it just comes out of my mouth. But I'm really trying to train myself to not be so close-minded in terms of my thoughts of the game, and I'm really trying to be open and objective to anything that's good or bad about the game, so that we can give these developers kind of like a fair shake in terms of creating games that we will actually like and will actually play. Another separate video that I want to make is specifically talking about overpowered weapons, because we need to define what an overpowered weapon is. Like I was saying before, I was talking about snipers and how they seem overpowered in this game. But if you look back at different eras of sniping in Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 is the most famous one. I could even say Black Ops 1 to a certain extent. Black Ops 2 to a certain extent. Like, there were overpowered snipers in those games too, but those games were Call of Duties that we absolutely loved. I suck at close range gunfights. I really gotta practice that. But as I was saying, like, those are games that we put in our top 3 Call of Duties of all time, and nobody bats an eye at those snipers. But when it comes to this sniper being a little bit strong, I will say it is a little bit strong, because the hitboxes, you can get shot in the foot with the sniper in this game, and you will die in one shot gladly. So, like I said, it all comes down to tweaking certain things, and I definitely think Treyarch and Cold War will do that. This game's only been out for what, 2 to 3 weeks now, so we gotta cut them some slack at the same time. But if they just refuse to make adjustments to things that are absolutely unbearable, then that's when we have a problem. In terms of like the sniping, in terms of overpowered weapons, like I was saying before, there is things that they do need to modify, like the flinch on snipers, and giving them some type of penalty for using a sniper, because you can't have, I mean, you shouldn't have like the same speed with a sniper and same ADS and all that stuff, and just be able to one-shot people at your please. You know, something's got to be like, it's got to be fair. Like, don't nerf it into the ground and make snipers like unviable, but make it so that like it's able to be challenged at some capacity. You know what I mean? In terms of other guns that are seen to be overpowered, like the burst guns, the AUGs and stuff, I just think they really gotta do some type of adjustment to the recoil. Not to say that they're game breaking, because you can definitely play the game even with people using the AUG and stuff, but it just does feel a little bit demoralizing when you die to those guns, because you look at the kill cam and their gun isn't moving at all, even from like the furthest range of the map. But in that same breath, like I said, it's all about perspective, right? Because if you look back at games like even BO4, which is not too long ago, you look at the recoil patterns on some of those guns in that game, and it's like there was absolutely no recoil. So how can we like those games for what they brought, and then complain that the guns in this game have little to no recoil? You know, it's kind of biased in my opinion, and it's kind of just not giving this game its fair shake. So I just think people need to like really look. Oh, got him. A blush camo. Oh, I'm gonna die. I have to kill it. Nah, he got me. Yeah, I think people just need to give this game its fair shake and not just criticize it to the ground and make it unplayable for even the people who do like this game. Because if everybody complains that this game isn't good and everybody leaves this game because they think it's not good, then it leaves a smaller community for the people who actually do like it to play with. Which is fine with me, to be honest, because I will play this game and face the same people as much as I have to, because I 100% enjoy this game. Speaking of that, let me give this game an overall rating. As of right now, I will say it's not fair to rate this game because it's not in its final form, I guess, which is the benefit of being able to completely re-update your game and put things in that weren't there at launch. But that's where we are now with gaming. So if I had to give this game a rating, I would say it's a solid 8 for me right now. And I think there's room for it to get down to a 9, even a 9.5 if they tweak certain things in this game and just make it more, I don't want to say balanced, because I don't think this game is unbalanced in a sense, but there are things that could be tweaked and adjusted so that it's fair for both parties. Just double kill right there. See if I can. No, I got sniped. But yeah, that's my overall review of this game. I really think it's a great game with a lot of upside. I think I had a care package this whole game. I didn't use it. It's got a lot of upside, and I'm enjoying this game a lot. I think people who do find this game unplayable or don't like this game really need to give it a chance. Look at it from an objective opinion. Don't just run with the narrative of people are calling this game trash. I'm gonna call this game trash too. You know what I mean? Like, give yourself a chance to actually play the game and see if you like it for yourself or not. And if you don't like it, see why you don't like it, to see if there's any resolution that can be done from maybe your perspective, or giving the developers a chance to update the game themselves. But that's it. That's my review of this game, my brief review of this game over 2 Call of Duty games. I think we lost the first game and won the second game. I think my KD was 1.54. But yeah, like I said, I'm enjoying this game and I will continue to enjoy it. And this is just the first video that I'm gonna upload for Black Ops Cold War. I do want to do a lot of different like mini series in terms of testing out the guns, figuring out which attachments are the best for each gun, doing a series where I break down my gameplay and see where I can improve myself and get better and all that stuff like that. I got a lot of ideas that I want to roll out for this game. So this is just the beginning, just giving my brief overview of the game. So that's my final overview on this game. I know, like I said, this game hasn't been out for too long, so I don't want to be too harsh on it yet. Let's revisit this in about a month or so and see if there's been any adjustments made to the game, see if there's been anything that's made the game worse or better. Give ourselves time to really digest this game from a very objective perspective, and we'll intervene at a later time to see where our thoughts are on this game. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what I could have did better in terms of if I should have left the sound off in the actual gameplay, if I should just record a gameplay first and then give a full opinion while I have my full attention on talking about the game rather than playing at the same time. Or if you guys enjoyed that aspect, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely subscribe if you guys enjoyed the content, and I'll be sure to put a lot of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War content, because like I said, I'm loving this game and Call of Duty is my main game that I play, and I will continue to pump out videos for this game. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace.